All right, St. Jerseyans, we're very grateful today on this very busy Budget Tuesday to have with us our good friend, uh, NJGOP State Chair and Assemblyman from Morris County, Jay Weber. Mr. Chairman, thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Today is obviously a momentous day for New Jerseyans. Governor Christie is introducing his first budget. There's been a lot of reports in the newspapers, various speculation about what it's going to include, debate over rebates and some different things that this governor is going to plan to do differently than John Corzine and his other predecessors. I thought maybe if you would just maybe give us a rundown of some of the major points of what we can expect today. And, beyond that, why we as New Jersey taxpayers who voted for Chris Christie, why we should be excited about the steps that he's taking.
Well, I think you're going to hear that, a real watershed speech in Governor Christie's first term as governor. Today he'll lay out a plan to get New Jersey's fiscal house in order and really set the stage for a brighter New Jersey in the very near future. The governor's had some very difficult decisions to make, some monumental challenges facing him when he took office. And, the good news is, as we all know about Governor Christie, he is not afraid to take on big challenges. And he takes them head on, tells people the truth, and gets to work. And that's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear him lay out a plan that makes some very difficult budget reductions in areas where no one really wants to cut, or few people have ever said they wanted to cut, either by necessity or by desire or both. The governor is going to present a budget that dramatically reduces the size of state government and at the same time transforms not just state government but county and local government and school boards as well. And I think the way we should be looking at this speech today is less a budget outline for fiscal year 2011 and more of a blueprint for prosperity going forward. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to remake state government, county and local government, and Governor Christie is going to seize that with his outline today.
I think two of the more controversial elements of what the governor is going to talk about is his plan to change the way that citizens receive property tax relief and also school aid. So I thought maybe we could spend a minute just addressing, what the governor wants to do and why some of his critics that are trying to spin it in a negative way, they're off base. One of those things, like I just mentioned, is the fact that the governor is, according to reports, going to change our system from one in which certain property tax payers receive a rebate in the mail, and instead it's going to be converted to a credit. Why is that? Is that better for property taxpayers?
Well, it's better for everyone. It's better for taxpayers because the property tax rebate plan that we have now is really based on borrowed money. So those checks go out in September every year, and the government doesn't have the money to pay for those checks when they're sent out. So few people understand this, but the government borrows money on short-term revenue anticipation notes just to be able to send out those checks every fall, and so the government ends up incurring millions of dollars in interest costs for the privilege of getting that rebate check out at that time. Add to that the cost of processing and mailing those checks, and the taxpayers take a bath on the rebate program as it's currently structured. So the governor is challenging the legislature to do, in cooperation with the executive branch, is to stop the sham that is the property tax rebate program as it currently exists, and provide direct property tax relief to the taxpayer's property tax bill from the municipality. And that would be implemented in the spring when the property tax collections become, when the income tax collections become more clear. The credit would arrive, as I understand it, in the spring of 2011. I think the governor is going to sketch out a few more details on that. I don't think it's
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think anybody could disagree with that, and I think yeah, changing to this form of tax relief, it enables people to cut out the middleman, get rid of the transaction costs that are associated with it. So I mean, I think it's a good thing, and I've been a critic of the property tax rebate system for a while. So I'm very happy, and I know lots of other New Jerseyans will be happy to see Governor Christie coming around on that issue and adopting that position.